Hello and welcome to another Tech Articles. In today's article, I'm going to show you how to set up my new Ticket Manager Pro for surecart purchases. It's going to be a paid for tutorial. You're welcome to watch the video here and see some of the stuff that's done. I'm going to go through the complete setup of your store here, and from there we will start selling our tickets. So the first thing I'm going to do is download our snippets, and I'm also going to download another snippet from my cloud called troubleshooting. And I've already done a video on troubleshooting. I just need this to allow me to see the exact path of this directory for when we set up later. I won't do that on screen. I will tell you I've done that, and I will include a link to that individual video in the description. So we're all good to go here. I'm going to pause this video and install surecart and get surecart connected to my account, and from there we will move forward. So welcome back. We have now installed surecart and I've put in my test sites API. So I now have a SureStart instance on this setup. And the next thing I'm going to do is go back to WP code box. I'm going to activate my snippet. So I've already got my paths. So I'm going to now save this. I don't need this anymore. So this is deactivated as I've done that. And a video to show you how to do that is in the description below. So now our code is activated for tickets. We should see a new menu in settings of Ticket Manager. And this is Ticket Manager. So to begin to install Ticket Manager, we have to create the database tables. And we have now created our custom database tables for our tickets, and our Ticket Manager is now installed. So the next thing we need to do is create a page that will become our auto download page. So we take this shortcode, we copy it, and we go to pages, and I'm going to make a new page called Ticket Download. And I'm just going to put that into a shortcode like so. And we now have a ticket shortcode page. I'm going to copy that URL. I'm going to close this down, and I'm going to head back to Ticket Manager, and I'm going to put that into our download page. And that is our download page now saved and in the database. Our email reminder message. This is for people that purchase more than one ticket for more than one event at the same time. This is a reminder that they will get a separate email for each purchase they've made. This is the default text. You can change it and save the reminder. In my case, I'm going to leave it as the default. I'm going to disable debugging. You will probably want to enable debugging when you first start, just in case you've got your directories wrong, but I'm going to disable it because I'm pretty confident even if I get my directory wrong, I'll be able to fix it. So I'm going to save my debug settings. And that's all we need to do for now. So we're going to head over to surecart, and we're going to make ourselves a brand new product for this event. And this event is called, let me check what I called it, Our Great Event. So we're going to create a new product called Our Great Event. Now, it's quite possible that your event will have more than one type of ticket. I'm only going to show you how to set up a single type of ticket here, but all you'd have to do is set them up as if they were separate events with an individual price for each one. So we could have 10 different, for our great event, we could have 2 different, in fact, I will do that. So give me 2 seconds to just duplicate this off the screen, and we will do the same event for 2 different types of ticket. So great event, rename VIP, and I'm just going to leave that one as great event. I'm going to pause this video for a second while I generate some VIP tickets, and I will be back. Okay, I have now created my 2 sets of tickets, and I am back. So I'm not going to put a lot of detail in here. It's not about the detail, so I'm just going to call this Our Great Event. And I'm not going to add any images. Again, this isn't a surecart tutorial as such. I'm going to add a price, and the price is an important bit here. So this is going to be our standard ticket, and they are going to cost $1. And we're going to create a price. And importantly here, we're going to add another price, and we're going to call this VIP, and they're going to be $5. We'll create our price. So we now have 2 tickets for the same event with different price points. Now we need to grab 2 pieces of information from here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click here, and I want this information, price ID. So I'm going to open a notepad on my computer, and we're going to grab that and take this over off screen. And this is for so this is for standard. I'm going to get that one first. So this is standard, and I just want to take that buy shortcode as well, because we'll make a buy page to make this easy. So that's standard, and we're now going to do VIP, and we're going to do exactly the same. We're going to grab our shortcode and our price. So price is important. We need that for the ticket manager, and the shortcode just allows us to make the purchasing a little bit quicker. So add to cart button, and we're just going to save those. So that's it. I've got my product set up. You know, obviously you can add all of your images and whatever you need to do for your product, but in our case, we are now done, and we have a purchasable and available product. So once that is done, we are good to go. My next thing to do is to grab FileZilla, and I'm just going to find the right site, and then we will open that up here. So let me go up to here, reload that, new tickets. Okay, so this is what we have. I'm going to refresh this because we now have a VIP. So this is our site. Now this is the public HTML. I want them to be below public HTML in my case. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab these 2 folders which contain our tickets, 100 of each, and I'm going to upload those to our site. And we don't need to watch this upload 200 PDFs. So I'm going to close that down. It will not take long. And while it does that, we're going to head back to our ticket settings. So let's open this in a new tab so that we don't need to keep that one open. Settings, ticket manager open. So we've got our ticket manager open now, and we can make our new event. So it's our very first event. So our event was called our great event. This is going to be standard tickets. So we need the price ID that we copied for standard, which happened to be this. And we are going to need our ID, and our ID is, we already had that from FileZilla, so I'm going to copy that from FileZilla. I do have to add a bit before this, but I'm going to copy that from FileZilla. You can see our files have now uploaded. I'm going to grab the little bit I need before this, which is my home and my username. As such. And then I'm going to go back to FileZilla. And these are standard tickets, so we need this folder, our great event. And that gives us our directory. So let's go back out. We need that in a second. And that's our ticket path here. So that's our ticket path exactly as it is. So in my case, it's home, my username, domains, new ticket, WP Ninja, and our great ticket event. So our naming pattern. This is going to be how we've named our ticket. So we're going to go to our event. We're going to rename this as such. And we are going to put in a number in here. So like so, number. Our great event number, and that should give it an issue our tickets. I've already written some bits for our email message, so I'll copy and paste that in a second. Our great event, your tickets are ready. And I'm going to just grab this code here. I'm going to go to text on our editor. I'm going to copy that in and paste that over here. And then we're going to visual, and you'll see we've got a nice little ticket. So it says, hello, your tickets are ready. Thanks for your purchase. Please click the button below to download your event ticket, ticket links, events, instructions, and that's it. So we now have our tickets for this. Now our next option is I put the ticket link directly in here, but you can insert it as a placeholder. So if I go next to it and put one in, you can see that you can install it. You have to include a ticket link if you want them to use the download page that we created up here. So now we need to decide how we want to deliver our tickets. And in this case, for this example, we are going to deliver via email attachment and download link. So we're going to push save event. And we should have our first event, which we do. We now need to populate the database with our tickets. We know there's 100 tickets in the folder. We need to populate the database. Our database has now been populated with 100 tickets ready to be sold. You can see that with the notice here. So that's our great event, standard tickets already created. So the next thing I want to do is I'm just going to prepare for the next one. So our files are called Great Event VIP in this case. Rename. Let me grab that for speed, and let me rename this to this, and this will become number, like so, and that should work. So we have a failed transfer here, that's fine. We can leave that as it is. So we've now got our next event. So I'm just going to copy this and change the standard to VIP. So we're treating them as two separate events, but we're selling multiple tickets. We now need to copy our ticket price ID. We need our ticket path, which I've just created. We have our numbering pattern, which is the same as our first one. I'm going to leave it the subject as your email tickets, and I'm just going to copy exactly the same code for the text of our ticket. And as you can see, it is ready to go. It's got our ticket link in it, and we're going to leave this one as, again, both email. Actually, I'll leave this one as email only, so that there is no need for a download link. So, your purchase, please find attached your tickets. Now, I recommend you use download and PDF, and I'm going to save event. So that's email only. The next thing I'm going to do is, and I'm going to do this off screen, is I'm going to set up a SMTP plugin. You must use an SMTP plugin, really, because you're sending email PDFs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly set up Fluent SMTP or SureMails and get that sending PDFs. But before I do that, I need to populate the database with our VIP tickets. And that is done. We now have tickets ready to sell with items ready to sell them. They are linked directly to the price ID, which will be looked for on completion of our sales. And we are all set up to begin selling tickets. Once I've set up the SMTP server on this site, we'll come back and then we'll add the buy links to a page and we'll complete our first purchase. So I've now set up Fluent SMTP and we have it ready to go on this site. The next thing I need to do is just check the ticket download page because I just deleted it by mistake when I was testing things. So I'm going to delete that one there. I'm going to go back to Ticket Manager. I'm going to copy the name of this and we're going to recreate that page. Otherwise it won't exist. And I need to copy this shortcode as such. Oh, I don't need to do that. That should be fine. Publish. View page. Missing order ID or email, correct. Okay, so we now should be good to go. The next thing we need to do is sell our tickets. So we're going to go to pages again, and we're going to modify this by our ticket page. And it's not going to be fancy. We are just going to change the short codes that are in here for the actual short codes we just generated when we created our products in surecart. And all I'm going to do is, so that we know which one's which, I'm just going to add in here VIP. I'm going to drag this one below it, like so. I'm going to drag this one below that one, like so, and put standard. Probably should go the other way around, but it doesn't really matter. We now have our cart buttons. Although they don't look very pretty, they will function, and that's all that matters in this instance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add one of each of these to the cart to begin with. So that's one of the great VIP, and that's one of the standard, and then we have two tickets. We're going to go to checkout. Now, obviously, I'm a logged in user, so this is all good, and this is a testing site with logged in users only being allowed. But I am going to and we are processing, and we should get our notification email soon enough to say thank you for our order, which we have, and the system should now process our tickets. So I'm going to go and see if we have ticket processing on the back end, and it tells us in the back end that we have sold one of each ticket, which is a good start. And we have tickets. So we have our first ticket that was sent for the great event, which is ticket number 1, and that was our download, that was our email only, and we have our other ticket here, which has our attachment and allows us to download our ticket as well. So that is all working as it should. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to simulate being a non-user. So I've enabled surecart to allow non-administrators to purchase. I'm going to copy this link. I'm going to go to new incognito window. I'm going to buy some tickets, and I'm going to buy multiples this time. I'm going to buy 2 of one and 3 of another. So we'll buy 3 VIPs, and we've got one person we don't really like, so we're going to buy them a standard ticket. So that's going to cost us $16, and I'm going to put in here a test email address. So tickets@wpcode.dev, and I'm going to put in my name here as test user. And again, the rest of this doesn't matter. Whatever comes up first is what we are selecting. And we are purchasing. And I'm going to head over and drag that out of the way while that processes. And we're going to wait for the emails. So we've had our test order completed. The store is now done. We have had our order processed. So we first of all have our 1 ticket, which will allow us to download our 1 ticket. And we have our email only tickets, which have been delivered as 3 separate tickets. And that's effectively how you add events. And if you're adding more than one event, it works exactly the same way. If you want to sell tickets for the same event but of different classes, you add them as if they were separate events. So although this is the same event, we are selling them as individual tickets, as if they are separate events, but they belong to the same event. What PDFs you use for this is entirely up to you. How your tickets work on the back end, entirely up to you. All this is a way to facilitate the downloading and selling of tickets. it's a relatively sophisticated piece of code. It handles the back end relatively well. I think it's relatively user friendly. I've made it as user friendly as I can. You are still going to have to get involved with paths and other stuff, which is why I've created the tools as well to allow you to do that and understand that, because I know people struggle with troubleshooting. So that's why I created RUP troubleshooting tools to allow you to manage paths better and understand that. But it's there. It's a snippet. It will be available. You follow the videos. You follow these instructions, and you should be able to set this up on any site that you want. Thanks for watching.